I'm Mitch, founder, developer, and manufacturer for the 73dipstick patented dipstick repair kit. I was a mechanic for 29 years. This job, it just killed me how tough it was to do from the Ford factory manuals, and I wasn't comfortable with the aftermarket ones out there that asked you to just abandon this piece of metal inside your oil pan. So I set out and I developed a kit. It's a 5-piece kit, including the silicone seal. It repairs your oil pan from the outside, eliminating all oil to rubber contact for a permanent repair, and it can be installed at home or in a shop. Basic hand tools, you don't need a lift. Lift helps, so you don't have to have one. Retail price about 90 bucks. It is a guaranteed permanent repair for your oil leak. If you want to come in close, we're going to walk you through how easy it is to install. Now, you have to take into account that we do not have a dipstick tube in here. That has already been removed. The instructions for that are simple. It's easy to find elsewhere. This week at the show, we have released the best tool that I have found to use it. It's simple. It's a 1/2-inch bore brush with a nice J bend in it. They're available at a lot of our dealers now. They'll be out by the end of this month. But you would simply insert the brass brush down into the hole where the dipstick tube would be. And as he showed you inside, you can see it goes all the way through. That's fine. That will allow you to remove the nut. If it was a factory nut, you wouldn't have to worry about the washer. But you take the factory nut and everything off of the adapter, slide it out of the way. You're not going to reuse the factory nut. At this point, you're going to tip this in and twist it around so that you can remove the O-ring that would be inside. The O-ring on this one you can see is swollen, but it's just a rubber O-ring that's failing, and you want to get that out of the pan. You don't want to leave that in the bottom. Once you have that done and the pan is super clean, you'll bring it back in, taking care to note, if you have an OBS, your dipstick should point straight up. If you have a van like we drive or a Super Duty, your dipstick should point slightly towards the front of the motor. Regardless of which way it is, you will make sure that this is absolutely clean and dry. If you have oil residue here or on the threads, the Permatex will not adhere to your pan and you will end up weeping oil. It won't be a severe leak, but it'll drive you nuts because you spent all this time to clean up an oil leak and it's still gonna have oil residue there. Then you will open the Permatex Ultra Black and you will apply it to the gap right there at the threads and the oil pan there. Put on a nice heavy bead because it will squish out and it won't go inside. It will be all protected. Then you will take, this one is white for demonstration so you can see it against the pan, but the gasket you'll receive will be black. That gasket will go up and over the brush. Here, I'll even use it by only holding the outside brush so you can see I'm not cheating with my hand inside the pan. The pan does not need to be off the vehicle for that. You will apply the gasket, take your stainless washer. It doesn't matter which way it goes. This one's scratched from demonstrations. You will line those notches up, push it on, and then using 2 fingers, make sure that it's pushed down enough so you can see your thread. If you don't have any threads, you can't start the nut. We provide an aluminum one-off made nut. These are the nuts that I have spec'd. I did the drawings. These are my patented part. That nut will go on, over, and line up. This is the most difficult part of this repair. The reason it's difficult is you have so few threads. So what you're gonna do is set it on, gently attempt to start it. If it doesn't, if it binds, go backwards, applying light pressure. You should hear it click. That means that your threads have lined up. It should go on nice and easy. Then you're going to take it down to the bottom. You're going to tighten it up. I like to take a pair of, the official term is slip joint pliers. We always refer to them as channel locks. That's the generic name we know. But then you'll take it and you'll just snug it. You don't want to go too tight, but you want to see that silicone squirt out the side, and it should actually fish out of these holes a little bit. That'll let you know you have enough silicone on there. You don't need to be, it doesn't need to be 20 foot-pounds. It doesn't need to be 100 foot-pounds. It needs to be tight enough so this doesn't wiggle. The silicone is going to cure, and you want to leave a layer of silicone in there. You don't want to squeeze it all out. Once that is done, push that bore brush in to release the tension on the wire, and it'll pull out much easier. At this point, you're going to put your dipstick tube back in with the new O-ring we provide in the kit. Permatex would like you to wait 24 hours. Best shot of having a success and a non-leaky dipstick moving forward. Once that's done, fire up the engine. You are good to go. Action! Again, guys, thanks for watching. Any other information you need, go ahead and look at the website. It's 73dipstick.com. There's only one dot. It's between dipstick and com. Check out Power Stroke Boys on their YouTube and their Instagram. Please, if you can, give them a like and a follow. They're a hell of a camera guy. I got to give them a lot of thanks for this. And we are also on all the social medias, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, you name it, we're out there. Thanks for watching, and let me know if you have any questions.